The Sydney Opera House. A marvel of modern architecture, it stands as a testament to human creativity and ambition. Atop Bennelong Point, it presides over the bustling harbour, a sentinel watching over the ebb and flow of life in Sydney. Its presence is both commanding and graceful, a perfect blend of strength and elegance. Its soaring sails, a symphony in concrete and tile, have become an emblem of Australia. These iconic white shells are not just architectural features, they are symbols of the country's innovative spirit and cultural richness. The world marvels at its audacity, its elegance, its sheer architectural daring. Visitors from all corners of the globe come to witness this masterpiece, to stand in awe of its grandeur and to be inspired by its story. More than just a building, it is a testament to human ambition and creativity, a beacon of culture and inspiration. It hosts a myriad of performances, from opera to ballet, from theatre to concerts, making it a vibrant hub of artistic expression. In 1957, it was just a dream, a vision that seemed almost impossible to realise, yet it sparked the imagination of many. The New South Wales government, under Premier Joseph Cahill, envisioned a world-class opera house for Sydney. They saw the potential for a cultural landmark that would put Sydney on the global map. The search for an architect was global, a competition that drew over 230 entries from across the planet. Architects from every corner of the world submitted their designs, each hoping to leave their mark on history. The winner, a young Dane named Jørn Utzon, would see his vision etched onto the Sydney skyline. His design was unlike anything seen before, a bold and innovative concept that challenged conventional architectural norms. Utzon's design was a radical departure from tradition. It broke away from the classical forms and embraced a modern, organic aesthetic that was both futuristic and timeless. Gone were the classical columns and pediments, replaced by something altogether new and audacious. His vision was to create a structure that would harmonize with its surroundings, yet stand out as a unique piece of art. His design, with its billowing shells, evoked both the sails of ships on the harbour and the ancient art of origami. It was a poetic blend of form and function, capturing the essence of movement and stillness. It was a bold statement, a fusion of nature and human ingenuity. The design drew inspiration from the natural world, yet it was a product of human creativity and engineering prowess. This is the story of the Sydney Opera House, from its conception to its rise as an architectural icon, a journey of vision, perseverance and innovation that transformed a dream into a reality, and in doing so, created a symbol of cultural and artistic excellence for generations to come. The year was 1957. A time when the world was still healing from the scars of the Second World War. The world was still rebuilding from the ravages of war, yet a spirit of optimism was in the air. Nations were eager to move forward, to create, to innovate. In Sydney, a city on the rise, the ambition was palpable. The skyline was dotted with cranes, and the streets buzzed with the energy of a city on the brink of transformation. The quest to find an architect for their opera house was not just a local affair. It was an international search for talent, a call to the world's best. The city wanted a landmark, a symbol of its burgeoning identity. Architects from across the globe answered. From every corner of the world, they sent in their visions, their dreams, encapsulated in blueprints and sketches. Entries poured in from Europe, the Americas, Asia. Each submission was a unique blend of culture, creativity, and architectural prowess. Each design was a testament to the power of imagination, a unique interpretation of what an opera house could be. The judges were presented with a kaleidoscope of ideas, each more intriguing than the last. The jury faced a daunting task, to select the design that would not only meet the brief but also capture the spirit of Sydney and its people. They deliberated, debated and scrutinized each entry with meticulous care.
Among the submissions was a set of drawings that stood out for their sheer audacity. They were bold, unconventional, and unlike anything the judges had ever seen. They depicted a structure unlike anything the world had ever seen, a series of interconnected shells, seemingly defying gravity, soaring towards the sky. It was a design that promised to redefine the architectural landscape. The architect, Jørn Utzon, a relatively unknown Dane with a vision that would change Sydney forever. His design was a daring departure from traditional architecture, a bold statement of innovation and creativity.
Utzon's design was not without its critics. Some found it too radical, too ambitious. They questioned whether such a structure could ever be built. Others questioned its practicality, its feasibility. Could these soaring shells be constructed with the technology of the time? Would the design hold up to the elements? But the jury saw something special in Utzon's vision, a spark of genius that resonated with their own aspirations for Sydney. They saw a design that was not just a building, but a work of art, a symbol of what the city could become. And so, on January 29, 1957, Jørn Utzon was declared the winner, his design chosen to grace the shores of Bennelong Point. It was a moment that marked the beginning of a new era for Sydney, a moment when a world stage was truly born. The construction of the Sydney Opera House would be a monumental task, fraught with challenges and setbacks. But the vision was clear, and the determination unwavering. Utzon himself was deeply involved in the process, guiding the project with his unwavering commitment to his vision. He worked closely with engineers and builders, ensuring that every detail was executed to perfection. Today, the Sydney Opera House stands as a testament to the power of imagination, a symbol of what can be achieved when vision and determination come together. It is not just a building, but a beacon of creativity and innovation admired by millions around the world. As the sun sets over Sydney Harbour, the Opera House gleams in the twilight, a reminder of the bold vision that brought it to life. It is a world stage, born from the dreams of a young architect and the aspirations of a city on the rise. Inside its iconic shells, performances from around the world captivate audiences, bringing the world to Sydney and Sydney to the world. It is a place where art and architecture converge, creating moments of magic and wonder. The Sydney Opera House is more than just a landmark. It is a living, breathing part of the city, a place where memories are made and dreams are realized. It stands as a testament to the power of vision, creativity, and the enduring spirit of Sydney. The announcement of Utzon's victory was met with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The world watched as this relatively unknown Danish architect was thrust into the spotlight, tasked with creating what would become one of the most iconic buildings of the 20th century. Here was a design that promised to be groundbreaking, a masterpiece of modern architecture. The renderings showcased a vision that was both futuristic and organic, a structure that seemed to defy the very laws of physics with its sweeping, sail-like forms. But translating that vision into reality would be no easy feat. The challenges were numerous and daunting, from the sheer scale of the project to the innovative techniques required to bring it to life. Construction began in 1959, and almost immediately challenges arose. The groundbreaking ceremony was filled with optimism, but the reality of the task soon set in. Utzon's design, with its complex curves and soaring shells, pushed the boundaries of engineering. The shells in particular were a marvel of design, but a nightmare to construct. Traditional construction methods proved inadequate. The machinery and techniques of the time simply couldn't cope with the demands of such an ambitious project. New techniques had to be developed, new materials tested. Engineers and architects worked tirelessly, experimenting with different approaches to find solutions that would work. The iconic shells, for instance, were initially conceived as paraboloids, a shape that proved impossible to build with the technology of the time. The complexity of these forms required a level of precision and innovation that had never been attempted before.
Utzon, undeterred, collaborated with engineers to find solutions. He was relentless in his pursuit of perfection, working closely with his team to overcome each obstacle as it arose. The paraboloids were redesigned as sections of spheres, a more buildable shape that retained the elegance of the original concept. This breakthrough was a turning point, allowing the project to move forward. The solution was ingenious, but it came at a cost. The redesign required significant changes to the construction plans, leading to delays and increased costs. The delays began to mount, and with them, the budget overruns. What was initially projected to be a relatively straightforward project became a complex and costly endeavour. The construction of the Sydney Opera House became a saga, a testament to the complexities of bringing grand visions to life. Each day brought new challenges, but also new solutions and innovations. The original budget of £7 million ballooned to over £100 million. The financial strain was immense, and the project faced constant scrutiny and criticism. The projected completion date of 1963 seemed a distant dream. As the years passed, the pressure mounted and the team worked tirelessly to bring Utzon's vision to life. The project was plagued by political interference, union disputes, and technical setbacks. Each of these issues added layers of complexity to an already challenging project. But the team persevered, driven by the belief in the transformative power of Utzon's design.
As the years passed and the delays mounted, the pressure on Utzon grew. The once celebrated architect became a target of criticism, his vision questioned, his competence doubted. The political climate had shifted and the new government was less sympathetic to Utzon's vision and his escalating budget. The relationship between Utzon and the government soured. Disagreements over design modifications, material choices and escalating costs created a rift.
Utzon, a man of principle and artistic integrity, refused to compromise on his vision. The government, facing mounting public pressure and financial constraints, demanded changes.
In 1966, after years of battling for his design, facing mounting pressure and a lack of support, Jørn Utzon resigned from the project. His departure was acrimonious, a bitter end to what had begun as a dream collaboration. Utzon left Australia, vowing never to return, his masterpiece unfinished. The Sydney Opera House, now a symbol of both national pride and political controversy, was left in the hands of a team of Australian architects. They were tasked with the unenviable job of completing Utzon's vision, albeit without his guidance or blessing.